Of us, that shit don't matter. Look at what Sue Surf said. God forgives, I don't. Period.
I'm done, yeah.
Up, micing, ice, anyway. Testing it out. Boom. Okay, I'm just looking at the little audio. It's going like, I hope that I'm not moving too much. Hopefully it does matter, but anyway, let me not be distracted by this. Welcome to Flip the Tassel, where we graduate in our thoughts. I'm your host, your founder, your CEO, your neighborhood friendly morena. My name is Ta. You know what Ta means? Ta means light. Don't lose me now, catch me. What I wanted to talk about today was the gift of forgiveness, right? A lot of us have trouble with forgiving people. We often feel like forgiveness is a privilege. We often forgive people with our ego because our mindset is like, I don't need to forgive you after what you did to me. I don't need to forgive you, but that's when grace comes in, giving people the grace, understanding that people are human just like you, understanding that you too have made mistakes, understanding that you are also human, also understanding that you also ain't shit in a lot of different ways. But when we give people the grace, when we give people forgiveness, we ultimately give it to ourselves. Well, what I need to forgive myself for, I ain't do it. Well, you feel so strong about it because you made the choice to allow the person, place, or thing into your presence. And now you got this attitude up, which is your ego, because you feel as though that now you have to prove a point. Now you have to prove your strength. Now you have to prove your worth. Nah, forgive yourself. Because everything is a lesson. You shouldn't feel ashamed about a mistake. You should be honored at the privilege of growth. Just grow. Grow up, but grow. I'm at a point in my life where I'm being tested. I'm being tested to forgive a lot of individuals. A lot of people who do not, in no way, shape, or form, deserve my forgiveness, according to my definition, according to my way of life, according to my ego. They don't deserve to be forgiven. Fuck them. But then I try not to be so hypocritical. I try not to be a walking contradiction like most of us are. And I try to think back at the times where I probably didn't deserve forgiveness. I don't want to really get into the whole religious aspect of God forgives. Because to a lot of us, that shit don't matter. Look at what Sue Surf said. God forgives, I don't. Period. Like, that's just what it is. But forgiving is a strong trait. Forgive doesn't mean, yo, I forgive you and you can stay in my life. No. Forgiving means I accept that you're human. And I forgive myself for having expectations of you. That's what forgiveness is. Real talk, you guys have to understand that nobody is obligated to do anything for you. Nobody owes you anything in this world. I think that as Americans, we are very spoiled, very entitled. Most of us don't even know how to build a fire, let alone balance a checkbook. But we are so entitled to other people's life. It baffles me sometimes, honestly. But forgiving is a strong trait. Don't let nobody else tell you different. Forgiving doesn't make you a sucker. Forgiving doesn't make you weak. What makes you weak is allowing what others did to you to control you. That's what makes you weak. That's when you lose your power. That's when you ultimately count yourself out. Yeah, it's easier said than done. We all know that. We all know that. We all know that. But anything that is worth having is worth working for. So work on your forgiveness today. Your parents, your dad not being around, your mom not being nurturing enough, like your parents making up excuses for how shitty they were. Forgive your child for looking like your baby mother or your baby father. It's not their fault. It's yours. Forgive your teacher for failing you. Forgive those people who you thought were your friends and they completely like exiled you or shitted on you. Forgive them. Forgive your dog for chewing on your sex toy. Forgive the pastor for not giving you all the answers in the Bible, but just giving you the answers they wanted to give you. Forgive your boss for not giving you that raise. Forgive anybody who has overlooked you. Forgive your coach for keeping you on the bench, because in reality, you're really ass. That's it. Today we start to forgive, because that means tomorrow we get to live. Flip the tassel.